Néné. And it's funny, Néné was like, I was really hoping to battle you. Néné is like, seriously, the homie. The homie. You see, what's happening here is two things. They're like, you go first. But what's also happening is they're listening. And I'm sure when the music pulls them out, they don't care who goes first. And that's what a lot of people don't do. First beat, people are in the middle of the circle. And as a judge, that's like one of my pet peeves. Like, you didn't even hear where the song was going or what it was saying.
Shout out to Baby Powder.
For always being there for me and keeping it smooth. Yes, Néné.
You know, there was one time I spilled a bunch of baby powder in a club on a black table, and everyone in that club was looking at me as if I spilled Coke. So they're giving me the side eye, but it's actually baby powder.
I'd have been like, I would have played into it like, oops.
It was
want
funny,
some?
Because people were looking at me as like the side eye, right? Not actually actively looking at me. They were like, what is that?
I'd have been like, oops, want some?
So when you see
Néné was like extremely abstract on this whole round. Like, while she's a great mover, at the end of the day, like I said, once you sign that paper, you have to do house, right? You have to see the line that connects you to the particular dance. And while she's a great mover, in this one I didn't see the dance that we were judging. And from the first steps Frankwa did, he let you know what battle this is, right? Already. Ta-ga-da. Dun-ga-dun-dun-dun-ga-dun. So he dropped down on one leg. That athletic b-boy abilities. So it's seriously, his movement is so clear, like super duper clear. And he has this ability also to know when to cool it down, because in performance, right, if you do a bunch of stuff and you just keep doing a bunch of stuff and you keep doing a bunch of stuff, you don't give your audience time to digest what you did.
Yeah.
Like, he has this ability to do a bunch of stuff and then like let the audience digest what he just did and then go back and do another run.
Good point. It also makes sense in the music too, like when the singers take a break.
Yeah.
For the band to come through. So what do you think of Néné in this round?
So Néné came more back like to house and left the more abstract stuff, but later on she goes back into the abstract stuff again. Spider-Man. And I feel to this particular song, she could have done a lot more than what she was doing, because for me, this song was asking, it was begging for a lot more. It's not a melodic song, but she kept doing a lot of melody stuff. But I do understand that she was tired, like she danced all day by this point. I don't even really have to say, like, this one is kind of clear. Like, Frankwa is he's just in his thing right now. He's playing with the towel, all the elemental stuff. Which is a real thing. Like, if you have a towel in your hand, if you have a water bottle, you have to be able to use your elements, use what's in the space of what you have.
Yeah, I think I first seen the towel thing from someone in Circle of Fire.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's kind of natural. If I have it, I'm going to use it when I'm dancing. Nene's just feeling it over there. Like it's still Frankwa's round, but Nene's just in her element. It's funny because I feel like in the beginning of this, Néné couldn't find it, and she couldn't find it until later, and that she found it when he was dancing. And you know, sometimes it is as simple as that. It's like sometimes you just can't find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you just can't find it. What are you doing? Put your shoes on.
She's doing barefoot work. Not just footwork, barefoot work.
That's an old man joke there, buddy. See? She definitely knows, like she knows the song. Like she knows the texture of the song, the whole nine. So this is probably her best round of this one.
Hey.
Dope. This is definitely her best round. But the issue is, as good as she is on this round, he's already had two. So as a judge, you know. But I think, like I said, she just couldn't find it in those last two rounds. And that's valid, you know.
She's really feeling this round.
Yeah. Get it, Néné. Hey. Hey. So they both know the song. So now it's just who presents it better, right?
For me personally, I like this. Oh, I like Néné more in this.
Yeah,
one.
me too. So clarity was there, her flow was nice. The way she used the music and her musicality was there. You can tell that she had found her zone in this song. For me in this round, I want to see Frankwa open up a lot more and be like less foundational for this particular song because he knows it. He can just go crazy. But round-wise, it was 2 to Frankwa, 1 to Néné. Yeah.
All right.
So if everyone knows, Frankwa won this year. She's putting my socks on.
You will not use this one.
With all my respect, I win.
Yo, just real talk. No one ever says they loses. Well, actually, no. With the one with Shannon, people, he was like, "Yeah, I lost." I think it was Mom's son.
We're gonna lose.
I actually really respect it when people say they lost if it's very apparent they lost.
Yeah, me too.
You gonna go one more round, or you wanna call?
Jeez.
What does the crowd want? The crowd wants
Of course, the crowd wants one more round. Y'all ain't dancing.
What are your thoughts on like letting the crowd choose?
All right, good question. When you let the crowd choose, you open the door to nepotism. It's not a very good system. That system is not a very good system. Because let's say, for example, the French. The French live right next door. Yeah? People from the Americas don't. The French can bring a lot of people with them to kind of stack the crowd. Mm-hmm. If you're from the States, you can't. So if you can bring your built-in cheerleaders, this gives you more of a chance to win. That, and the judges should know and should have a criteria on what they're judging. Not just, that's my friend. Or not just, oh, that was cool. Because there's sometimes the people are watching and have no idea what they're watching. It's just, that was cool. So yeah, I have a little bit of a qualm with the audience judging. You'll never see the audience judging gymnastics.
To me, it doesn't really make sense. And I'm not a master, but I've been a part of the culture and doing dance for like at least 15 years too, you know?
Yeah.
And there's still things that's like new to my eyes, right? That I'm still learning all the time. That's after 15 years being into, much less going up to an event and be like, yeah, I'm going to share my opinion about
exactly.
And also my opinion in my early days, now that I know more, was complete garbage.
Yeah, you can look back, you're like, I didn't know what I was talking about, right? So yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. But I think a lot of people feel funny about that system. But John's goal was to kind of create community, but I don't know if that goal was met, because sometimes it actually creates more division than it does community, just because of the way the room is stacked. Like, you can't, if half some of the people in the battle come from the region or the area, and the other people come from the other side of the planet, of course the person from the region or the area is going to have more folks on their side. So that gets weird. It gets weird a lot.
Yeah, I relate this to the example of, let's say, if we talk about music, like, I have no business telling what's good in abstract jazz, you know, because it's like, I don't know what's happening. I can tell you I like one more than the other, but I don't really know why, you know. Yeah. Or like me commenting on, hey, yeah, this guy or woman is a better surgeon.
Mm-hmm. And you're like, well, you can tell if the patient lives, you can dies, you can tell that one. But yeah, I think you need to be educated in the thing that you're judging, which is why the people that are judging. And sorry, John, but yeah, this system is flawed. It's deeply flawed.
Yeah, I don't know John at all. I don't know what his intentions are. It's just me observing as literally an outsider, right? So,
you know, it's not. I tell you that I am not in the unpopular opinion group, and we are not in the unpopular opinion group. A lot of people feel like that, but yeah, that's the case. Like, at this level of the game, the judges need to be at a standard at this particular level of, like, at this level, like, you see the skill level of these people. The differences are so minute, so tiny, that you need to know what you're watching.
Yeah, so I've never been invited here, but even if I was invited here, I would just say no, because
to judge you.
Yeah, to judge her, because I was like, yeah, these contestants are better than me, so I'm not gonna be judging them, you know.
Yeah, but not everyone carry your same ethics and morals there, buddy.
You know, on, like, I feel like even in America, we see this play out on the grand scale, right? There's like so many people in government that has control over a topic or even a department or industry that they have no idea about.
Yeah.
You know,
and they don't feel bad about being in control of it or judging it at all.
Yeah. So I feel like there's legitimacy, but there's definitely limits to like a full blown democracy, for example,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like you need to have people that know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah,
to
but
make-
in this case, this is not a democracy. This is like judging someone's skill. It's not a democracy.
yeah. Well, I mean, maybe when the crowd's choosing it, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. In this case, it shouldn't be a democracy, is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this is not one of those times that we need a democratic decision. We need someone that knows what they're talking about. You know? So yeah, it's not a democracy in this case.
Yeah. Let's finish this round.
So I really think that Néné like finds her zone and more melodic stuff. Cause like all the techie music, it feels like she can't get in her space. And because Frankwa is such a master at the battle, he already has his kind of things that he will do to fill the space of not feeling it, you know?
I see. Would you say that Néné is a very feeling based dancer?
She's a very emotional dancer. Like I've watched Néné in some moments where I just get goosebumps watching her. But she, you know, and that's because she's in her zone. She's in her thing. And there's actually, those are my favorite kind of dancers, to be honest. To watch someone with the ability to get in their thing is just amazing. See, the right here is all performance, right? He has his basic movements and he also knows how to perform them in a battle. But I can also tell that he's not in his thing at this time. But he still won that round. So now there's 3-1. And now the audience is gonna choose. So as a judge, and through the eyes of a judge, I know that it's 3-1, right? I know that it's 3 rounds to 1, and I know why I gave Frankwa 3 rounds, and I know why I gave Néné 1. But for the audience, I don't think they quite have the level to judge like that.
It would be impossible.
Yeah.
Because if you can just show up and have an opinion, then it would immediately be, okay, well, what's the point of having judges?
Yeah, yeah. True. I mean, it might be an interesting battle if everyone was that good.
The culture, we have to be honest. You understand what I'm saying?
And you know what's funny is like he says you have to be honest, right? But the people are being honest to their feelings at that time. Even if they don't know what they're looking at, they're like, oh, that's what I felt, you know? But then you do have your basic cheerleaders that are just like, I love this guy, you know? And both sides are pretty dangerous. Both sides create the flaw.
To your partner, the one you be dancing with against for whatever reason. So
Nobody's gonna vote against their partner.
you go first.
Hence another flaw. Nobody's gonna vote against their partner. I will leave the room before I vote against one of my crew members.
With all my respect,
I'll leave the room.